The twins are 3 years old now, and I think from about 2.5 years, we started noticing some pretty significant developmental differences with Jacob as opposed to his twin sister Milla. And in January, we received the diagnosis that Jacob, in fact, does have autism.
Ingles.
Given that both Joe and I, our careers are in sport, which means big, loud sporting arenas, bright lights, flashing lights, lots of people, quite an overwhelming sensory space, we found that we just weren't going anymore. And that's tough for Joe as an athlete and for us as a family because that's what our whole lives have been. We have been so excited to work with Marvel to create a space for anyone on the spectrum or with sensory needs.
The sensory room basically will give families an area for respite, to get away from the hustle and bustle of events that we hold here at the stadium if any member of that family starts to feel that they're having a sensory overload.
Everything in here would have a specific touch to a certain child. Mirrors are great. I think Jacob would sit and stare at the bubbles probably all day if he could.
My youngest son is on the autism spectrum. Being at an AFL football game, he just couldn't cope with that sensory overload of the noise. So if I had been able to take my son to a sensory room, it would have just been absolutely fantastic.
They've got a little goodie bag which has noise cancelling headphones, which means they could go out and watch the game with those headphones. They've got a few little fidget and fun gadgets to play around with as well and keep the kids busy. I've had real anxiety around whether or not I bring Jacob to Joe's games. So to be able to bring him excited, knowing that this space is here, gives me confidence to come to the game with the kids and also gives Joe confidence that he can just get out onto the court and do his thing. For Marvel to be as passionate about this as we are is something pretty special.
We're really proud to be the first stadium in Melbourne that has a sensory room.
It's an amazing space and we're extremely excited to be a part of it.